Good evening, family. Welcome to the Professional Woman and Wellness Podcast, which is a sacred space where we explore what it truly means to thrive from the inside out. I'm your host, Karima, and we are here speaking on the creator of the Temples Method. It's a show that invites women leaders, healers, and change makers to share their journeys of regulation, realignment, and rising into sacred living. Tonight, I have one of the most special guests of the evening, my dear friend Salima Scott, who is the founder of Urban Glow. But before I give her an opportunity to speak, I just want to just give you guys some background on this amazing woman on this call tonight. Salima and I have been friends since we were like this big. And I think that not only were we in preschool together, we were in grammar school together. We were in high school together. And now we are business owners and we are sharing the space of wellness and healing and all these beautiful things. So I will now give the floor to my dear friend Salima Scott. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm just so excited to be on here with you. And it is
Yes.
my complete honor. And you said that we are in the wellness and healing space. Like, Karima, can you know, we've moved through a lot of life together.
We really
We,
have.
we really have.
It's been amazing to witness your
Yeah.
journey, and I'm equally honored, to be on this call and to just watch you blossom. Yeah, I'm excited to dive in tonight. But yeah, go ahead, finish what you were saying.
No, just thank you for having me. I appreciate this space that you've created. And like I said, it's an honor to be on here. I haven't
Yeah,
done this in a while. So, hey.
good. All right, so we're speaking on wellness and we're speaking on our journeys through wellness. So tonight, you're open to share as much as you like, but the first question I have for you is, can you share a season or time in your life where burnout, stress, or overwhelm became a turning point, where it taught you so much about yourself and how you blossomed into where you are today?
Yeah, I can definitely say I think for both of us, right?
Mhm.
We do everything right on paper now. We got all the credentials. We got we overachievers. And I definitely have been that forever, just kind of doing the right thing, right?
Mhm.
But not really feeding my soul at the same time. And eventually that kind of stuff just it catches up to you, whether
Mhm.
you want it to or not. So it came to a point in my life where I wasn't feeling fulfilled. um, I had, what was it, 6 years ago, had just gone through a divorce, didn't feel like myself.
Mhm.
It's kind of like in this cloud. You know how you're just moving through space and not really knowing like where's your place or
Mhm.
how you're feeling and just staying in touch with yourself. I just felt like I lost a little bit of myself,
Mhm.
and I wanted to just regain that where however I could do it. And I did that through candle making really. And that was definitely the turning point for me to
Yeah.
really tap into myself because
Mhm.
I don't think before then I really paid attention to myself. Like I was just achieving things and everything looked good on paper, but was my soul really fulfilled?
Yes.
It just at that time it just wasn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I kind of fell into that space and just really, yeah, just really where I am right now. It definitely was a catalyst for it.
Yeah. You just took the word I was about to say
Mhm.
next is that our stories are so parallel. It's really bizarre. Like,
It really is, and it's
right?
not like we discussed any of it when we were
We
going
never
through any of
discussed
it.
it.
Like it,
Like,
nothing. Like it's just like, oh my god, you went through that too. Wow, I
yeah.
did too. Hey, friend.
Yeah.
Like and that's the thing. Like it's like we go through things, but then
Mhm.
don't share with others what we're going through, whether it's embarrassment, whether it's I don't want everybody in my business, in
Mhm.
that situation. But sometimes you do need to reach out to your closest for help and just to I don't know, restore yourself. Like I'm telling you, if it wasn't for my family and friends, I don't know where I would be when I finally opened my mouth about, hey, this is what I was going through.
Yes.
And of course it was shock behind it. It's like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we're taught to be resilient, and we're taught to just kind of just trudge through,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah, and similar to you, divorce was my catalyst as well. That birthed the Temples method, right?
Mhm.
And very, very similar in that I was completely embarrassed, to tell this story because, one thing we do is we live these lives publicly, you
Mhm.
know, we share with the world our stories, and then when a story is falling apart, how do you tell that part? How do you be honest and open
Right,
about that
right.
part? But I'm sure, like Temples was for me, Urban Glow became the medicine, that you needed in order to begin to have the courage to own your truth
Mhm.
and start to tell your story. So this is why we're on this podcast, right? This is what it's ballooned to for me, is creating safe spaces for women to tell their stories. And so I'm so gracious for you, being able to be vulnerable in telling your story. So now, I mean, my work. You've been a contributor, a supporter of my work. I want to hear how, when you made the decision to move from survival mode into sacred living, what did that shift mean to you personally?
The survival mode of it, everything is rushed.
Mm-hmm.
There's no calm, no peace. Um, so I really had to slow myself down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a mom. I have two kids. Like they're the two people that really keep me in my place. Like they don't care about what I'm doing. They're like, all right, is the food ready? And and I'm chauffeur. Like that's what I am now at this point. So
Mm-hmm.
they're the one who definitely gave me that balance. That gives me that balance for sure. But
Mm-hmm.
everything is survival mode. Everything is rushed, and you're kind of just trying to keep up. But in the meantime, you're really wearing yourself down, and eventually you have to slow down. So the sacred life that I live now, like I honestly I don't have to prove myself. I just feel like I don't have to prove myself to anybody. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's just whether you like it or not. That's just where I am right now in life. Like
Mm-hmm.
um moving at a slower pace. I'm very intentional. I trust myself more
Mm-hmm.
and just lean into my intuition, because I didn't do a lot of that either. I
Mm-hmm.
let a lot of outside noise kind of take over, how I moved and how I thought. And, sometimes it's just best to take a pause, and you
Mm-hmm.
have to, you got to slow yourself down, listen to yourself, listen to God, like, okay, and then move. So
Yes.
that's the shift for me. I'm not in survival mode, even though I do work
Mm-hmm.
a lot, but I really don't, if that makes sense. I
Okay.
don't allow myself to be pulled in every direction,
Okay.
like at all. It's literally at my pace,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how I protect myself. That's how I keep my life sacred.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So you mentioned that you work.
I
I
do.
would love to know, are you working full time with Urban Glow at this time, or are you still managing both spaces?
I still manage both. I still
Okay.
work full time. I'm a, what do they call it, 9 to 5preneur.
Okay.
So I still work full time, and I work Urban Glow full time. So at this point I have two full-time jobs, but I'm more fulfilled now
Mm-hmm.
because I'm really living out my passion. Like this is just what I have to do forever. Like I really do. Like creating and just being in the space of wellness and peace and calm.
Got it. So now that leads to my next question. Now, since
Mhm.
you're balancing both worlds, I want you to speak to what it's like in the corporate space and working in high performance spaces. What does wellness feel like in organizations? And do you feel like they get it wrong when it comes to wellness, and particularly wellness for women?
Well, to me, it's non-existent. It's like we have to be resilient, and we have to survive, and we have to overcome And okay, we're doing all of that, but how are you pouring into us Monday through Friday?
Yes.
You know, you're giving us a holiday party at the end of the year and maybe a gift basket. Uh, but what else?
Yeah.
What about in March? What about in June?
Yeah.
You know, are you offering us any kind of emotional support, any emotional check-in? So I just feel like a lot of corporations get that part wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We're expected to be worker bees for the most
Yes.
part.
Mm-hmm.
And but I do think some organizations are really taking the time to do employee retreats and like really connect with their employees. But some of them they really just get it wrong and they really want you to be a high performer. And
Yes.
it doesn't matter whether you're burning yourself out or not. So that's why you have to make the choice whether that's the type of life you want for yourself
Mm-hmm.
or not.
Yes.
And it may come with a hard decision. You know, you may lose income behind it. You may lose um, support, you know, financial, just the financial support of it. But, you know, will it be worth it in the end? Like, are you better off in a hospital bed? Like what, you know, you have to make a decision how you want your life to be. And I think after COVID, a lot of us really reflect in that way and kind of like, all right, it's not worth me running here and there and working all these hours. And then next thing you know, I can be sick and just gone.
Exactly.
So that's
Yeah.
the main thing of it. Like I really don't believe in working myself in the ground like that
Mhm.
anymore. So, you know, some corporations I do know of some that really get it right.
Okay.
Others they have a lot of work to do.
Yes. Okay. So, with the balancing act of those companies that do and don't, what can women do for themselves to honor their temples? Like, what should that look like daily, whether they have the support with their jobs or not? Because that's what the real conversation is. It's like, okay, if we don't have it, how can we create it for ourselves?
Well, definitely in the corporate space. I know my coworkers, especially over the last, 20 years, I've had the same coworkers, right? We create and carve out our own time, whether it be go out to lunch together or do an activity together. That's kind of how we pour into each other as women. So I just feel like one way, if the corporation isn't doing it for you or your job isn't doing it for you, hey, just carve out that time and do it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Gather a couple of women that you're close with or you may want to become connected with and do an activity together, whether it's like a spa day or candle making.
Yeah. Movie making. That's a nice plug. Yes, get it in there.
You know what? I do have a lot of women that do come to my shop. They do like team building activities, and that's just their way to really like stay connected outside the job, and that really holds them over. It makes the difference instead of you just going into the job 9 to 5, really not connecting with your coworkers, doing your work, going home. That's not a life to live for 20, 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not. It's not it. It's not sustainable.
It is not. So the key is to prioritize our own sustainability, right?
Yeah.
That's the key, and that's why we're here, and that's why these conversations are important. I always invite women on to hear their different ideas and their different mindsets around what they do and how they can make sure they honor their temples every single day.
Right.
So thank you so much, Salima. You have been a wonderful guest, and thank you for sharing your heart, your wisdom with us today. Please tell our viewers more about Urban Glow and how we can connect with you, because I want to give you your opportunity to completely shine in ways that you can provide honoring the temple support in your candle place.
Right. So when I started my business back in 2019 and I
Mhm.
launched in 2020, I just focused on candles and had 3 candles that I released and put it out there, see what would happen and just go from there. Even you were like one of my first supporters. So it's just
Yeah, I pulled up. I don't know where you was at. I was like, let me go. I drove like
and,
middle of Union somewhere. I was
uh-huh.
like,
You know
I
what?
ain't
Yeah,
never been
my
over
first
there. I was like, let me see what
and
she.
that's crazy because my first pop-up experience was 2 doors down from where I am right now.
Wow, that's
Isn't that
crazy.
that's
Look at that. And then
so
me being one of the first to come through. Let's go. Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah. And when we were
Yeah.
finally able to go back outside, I just started evolving the business and selling at markets. And eventually I got into the candle making experience world. And that just took the business just in a different direction.
Mhm.
It definitely took it from just me, pouring into these candles and selling them, and made it more of a community,
Mhm.
right? And then eventually just opening up the retail space that opened things up even more. So with the business, I have my products, which
Mhm.
are candles, body oils, reed diffusers, body creams. So I've expanded that line over the years. I'm coming out with something else next year I'm excited about.
Let's go.
And so that's the product part of the business. And then the service part of the business is the candle making experience. And I
Mhm.
started that in 2023. So that's, I've been doing a balance of both over the last 6 years. And, here I am right now. So I know with the business, I definitely have learned more about myself.
Mhm.
I learn more about others all the time. Like, the things that are said behind in my space. Like
Yes.
it's like it's like the salon or the
Yes,
barbershop.
it
I'm telling
is.
you, it's
It
just
definitely is. I was there. I was like,
yeah,
oh, we talking about that today?
yeah. And it's just a
Okay.
lot of like sharing, but people need that
Mhm.
opportunity to just connect with other women or men and really just have people they can really connect with. It's hard to really find genuine connections. And I'm just thankful that in my space, people are able to do that.
Yes.
So yeah, it's
Okay.
just, yeah, the evolution has been amazing of the business.
Yes.
And I'm just excited to see where things go from here. But, in the meantime, just pacing myself,
Mhm.
that's very important to me, pacing myself
Mhm.
and giving myself grace, for the things that I don't get right. And just listening to my body, my intuition, even the rhythm of my heart. Like that's important to me. Like if I
Yes.
am around you and my heart is just not steady, that means I gotta go.
Ooh,
So
let's talk about it. Reading
yes,
your body signs and signals, right?
you have to. You have
Yes.
to. You have to. So
Mhm.
just being in this space, it's just it changed me completely.
I love it. That's so beautiful. Tell us how we can connect with you.
So I have my website, Urban Glow Brand, and that's glow with no W.
Mhm.
So that's urbanglowbrand.com. And then
Mhm.
also on social media, Urban Glow Brand on Instagram, on Facebook. You have to add a LLC at the end of it.
Okay.
But yeah, so that the website, the social media, and then also at my shop. So I have my shop is located at 1419A Stuyvesant Avenue in Union.
Mhm.
And I have the candle making experiences on my website. You can drop in at any time, just find a time and date that's convenient for you. And I hope to see you.
Yes. Thank you so, so much, Salima. Family, I have to tell you, the candles are bomb.com. They smell amazing. I got like 3 of them up in the house right now. Trust me when I tell you, it is a wonderful experience. So go follow her, go join her events, and just be a supporter of this amazing woman. Listeners, thank you so much for joining me with Salima Scott tonight. Remember, healing isn't about perfection, it is about presence. Take one small step to reconnect, realign, and rise. If you love this episode, I need you to come back, follow the show, and share it with another woman who's ready to step into sacred limit. I'm your host, Karima McKenzie, and thank our guest, Salima Scott, for joining us tonight. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Bye.